In our interview, Chief Audu, the Minister of Agriculture, explains the difference between ranching and the establishment of cattle colonies as been proposed by the government for herdsmen. Chief Audu, you're welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Let's talk about your plan to have cattle colonies instead of ranches. You mentioned this and it has sparked off a lot of reactions.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate development, really. And I must say that, I must say to Nigerians that the colony was purely a biological expression for a concentration of animals. It's used everywhere, bees, buffaloes, and what have you. But it wasn't intended to suggest that we were about to seize land from people and hand over to herdsmen coming from some other part to colonize them. I must say I do regret the reaction and the suspicions that have arisen.
Let's understand, really, because a lot of people, of course, have gone to research and they've tried to understand what it is you're trying to pass across. What does it entail? Is it a colony of not just cattle, an expanse of land going to be habited by the herdsmen, and then after a long period of time, they actually own these places provided for by the state?
First, there are ranches within a colony, and hundreds of ranches. Because from a point of view of economies of scale, it's better to manage a colony than a ranch. The idea is that within the colony there are many, many ranches. So you can provide security, you can gather milk, you can generate electricity. So the idea is have this large settlement instead of single ranches all over the place. Let those who want to ranch be in one area.
What's the size of the land we're referring to?
We had asked some of the states for like average sizes of land of about 5,000 hectares. And we wrote to all the states.
That would cater for as many herdsmen as possible?
About 20, 30, 40 ranches within that area. Each ranch keeping about 300-400 cows. And then spread them all over. Because there are 19 million cows in the country.
So you're saying the state government should provide the land?
Yes.
Not the herdsmen buying the land?
No. The state government owns the land.
Yes.
There is a management to look after the place, to make sure the water system is working, that the place is being regrassed as the cows eat. You plant more grass, and there are special types of grass for feeding cows.
So the state government provides for the infrastructure to run this colony?
Yes.
And then the herdsmen pay for it? They pay for the services?
They've always paid tax. In the First Republic, herdsmen paid tax, and they paid dutifully. But the local government system is gone. So, of course, now they roam, and then in the roaming, they walk into people's farms, eat their crops, a dispute comes, and then they shoot. Now, we can't afford that forever. But back to the initial issue, there was no attempt, there was no contemplation that will walk into states, seize their land, and give herdsmen to own and establish a mayorates, which is the suspicion. Absolutely not. So
in our previous conversation, you mentioned ranching as a solution to the frequent clashes, but now of course you have retracted and you're saying colony. Did you get any form of understanding from the herdsmen in order to make this possible?
Well, no, I'm talking from the point of view of managing these areas. Very few ranches harbor more than 300 cows. And if you have to do that, you know how many ranches you need in every state, assuming that every state is interested? 1,711 ranches per state. From a point of view of health, it's not very safe, even for the human beings. From a point of view of managing them, their water system, providing the lighting and the milk collection and so on, it's almost impossible to manage, which is why we wanted clusters of ranches. But the suspicion is not based on reality. We did not want to seize anybody's land, to give herdsmen to come from far away and dominate and colonize their place. No.
So there is an association in charge, Pt.1, of course, that we popularly known. Are they really in support of this?
Oh yes, yeah, they are. They don't understand the concept of a cattle colony. They talk of ranching. But I know when I talk to Indians,